Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity, risking your freedoms and your lives to do so. This is the brother Lahab coming to you with another lesson. All right. Yeah, man. It is closing in Egypt. All right, the job markets are closing in Egypt. All right, this John Deere thing just being one of the things to follow. All right, one of the latest companies that had a hard time producing more jobs, or the need of more jobs, because they are always going to say that they're hiring, even though they're doing more firing than hiring with these different companies. But it's a wrap on this place. There's no more working at 9 to 5, 40 hours a week and being able to afford a living. and now it's hard to even come across. That's one of the reasons why crime is going up, man. People are saying that there's no equity. So like there's no equity in the job market or in the housing. Fuck living paycheck to paycheck. Most of these people aren't. They can't even. They got to have at least 2 and 4 jobs, man. All right, no exaggeration, man. It says a few days ago, a notice posted by the state of Illinois inferred that a mass layoff was imminent, so it's gonna happen. At the time, John Deere denied the accuracy of that report, in which that's what Esau does. They'll deny it and then later on admit the truth, just like the whole thing with Biden. His health is failing. Now he's never been better. Next thing you know, okay, his health is failing. He's not suitable to be president anymore. All right, they'll use things for their advantage. Then later on, that's when they'll come out with the truth of the matter, somewhat, because it'll still be distorted and still using that for their narrative. All right, but America isn't coming back, man. All right, and although Trump said that on paper with the tariffs, I'm gonna get that too. Because that's one of the reasons that this has happened. Well, let me finish this. At the time, John Deere denied the accuracy of the report, but now they've suddenly confirmed there will be a layoff at the Illinois plants. But the numbers of those being let go is different than before. It was 5 days ago when I shared the news that the Illinois WorkNet Center had posted a warn notice revealing John Deere had a mass layoff plan. At the time, John Deere disputed the number reported by Illinois as included, and then that's another thing. The number, I'm not even sure if it's 167. At first, they were saying that it wasn't that massive a number, but hey, they play with the numbers all the time, including previous layoffs that proved true. Unfortunately, John Deere has now confirmed to Newsweek that they will be laying off numerous workers from 2 plants. All right, the Harvester Works, East Moline, Illinois, 115 workers to be laid off by August 29th. So that's in the next week, man. All right, decreased demand and lower order volumes were the reasons given for this new layoff of John Deere workers in Illinois. The Illinois WorkNet Center website has been down for maintenance ever since the misreporting about the John Deere layoffs, right? They didn't want the news to get out that way, all right? They wanted to convey it a certain different way, all right? Right, because this one says this is 5 days ago, so I guess it's the number that they were talking about. Like, yeah, it's not that big, and then they probably still gonna do it in increments so that it matches that number. Esau's a motherfucker, man. This is breaking. John Deere confirms 238 layoffs across 3 plants. 3. First it was just 2. Now it's 3. Yep. 5 days ago. And they were blaming the terrorists. It says mass layoffs at John Deere followed the press sales caused by Trump tariffs, in which if Esau's system had equity in it, which it doesn't, all right, his money system, or any of his systems, if they had equity in any of them, all right, which that, yeah, hey, unrighteous decrees, man, that we don't have real money, all right. But if it did, there wouldn't be so much failing in Egypt when it comes to returning the job markets and work to the workforce to the American public, man. All right. America has outsourced its way into debt. It's outsourced everything. All right. When he doesn't want to treat you fairly, he'll just replace you. All right. He's the replacement theory. Mass layoffs at John Deere follow the press sales caused by Trump tariffs. Equipment manufacturers like John Deere have lost millions, but let's remember that working people are hit hardest by the president's disastrous economic policy, said one lawmaker. Right. He's threatening these nations with these tariffs, but it's like he's not affected by them really. It's gonna be the little man. All right, the guy that he promised to defend, because usually the Republican was for the blue collar, lower, the middle class worker, man. All right, the downtrodden guy that has built up America. That's what they usually run a campaign on. But who's getting affected the most, man? Oh yeah, it's gonna hit the rich. All right, but same time, it's doing damage to the average American citizen. U.S. President Donald Trump, and most of them voted for this guy, has pitched this. Your vote don't count, but it's a simple fact. Hey, it reveals, how silly you people are, man. All right, like you got points when you talk about, like, they'll say something about the crazy shit that the Democrats do, but you out of your goddamn mind with the shit that Trump does as well. All right, you're two sides of a sick, wicked ass bird, man. U.S. President Donald Trump has pitched his tariffs on foreign goods as a way to bring more manufacturing jobs back into the United States. However, it now appears as though the tariffs are hunting the manufacturing jobs that are already here. So it's closed shop, man. All right, I'm gonna get some scriptures. I'm getting ready to end it out. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse here it is. This is yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 14. This is Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. All right, so he sent you this spirit that has you erring in every work, man. All right, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. They go left, they're in a jam. They go right, they're in a jam. All right. Reason being, like, hey, Trump said, Lord willing, I'm going to do a lesson on that today. Hey, he's going to be the last president. Why? Because we're going into war. The next step is war. As a matter of fact, he just said, I guess nothing nodded you. Nothing, Benjamin Milkowski, as his real name is. All right. Nothing not you. However you say that Yiddish name. All right. He said, I guess he's a war hero. I guess I am too. So what does that mean? He plans to go to war. All right? Not just because he's aiding Israel and Zelensky over there in Ukraine, but and they're going to be in war forever, man. The Lord said he would have war with Amalek from generation to generation. All right? So yeah, man. That's the next follow-up for this place. All right? Especially since America's broke. We're broke. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. All right. There's not going to be any work. All right. There's not going to be a CEO doing a Walmart job, because there's not going to be Walmart jobs. All right. You're not gonna see lawyers flipping burgers because ain't gonna be there's not gonna be anything moving around for that to happen. And when places like Illinois shut down when it comes to, or if say if they were to have checkpoints, military convoy, and a lot of trucks aren't allowed through here. If it was to come down to that, then that would make the exchange of goods that are still available hard to distribute. All right, across the United States, man. All right, because the Illinois area, especially Chicago area, is like it's a transporting system, man. All the major ways for these trucks to get going. All right, they come through places like Illinois, man. All right. So once this devil starts to lock this place down, that's a wrap. It's many other cities. Those major cities, they already got this contingency plan, but it's not gonna work. All right. Their contingency plan is not gonna have them emerge out of the ashes, man. This bird gets lit on fire this time. It's just gonna burn to dust. But it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, the branch or the rush may do. Because the Most High is putting an end to this place. He's closing the chapters on this book. All right. This devil was set up for his appointed time. Now it's time for him to fail. All right. And that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, which he shaketh over it. Then it goes into Jacob's trouble, and also us getting that spiritual power. Hey, man, it's about to get wild out here. All right. Welcome to the jungle, man. As you people love the circus so much, it's about to get really wild. All right. For the deeds of this place, man, for the taking in captivity of the children of Israel, all right, who you people don't give a fuck about, man. That's ultimately what it's about. It's a simple fact that you put hell on our nation, and you caused us to err. So the Lord has a vendetta with you and all like you, all right? He's about to shake the hand over this place. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. So with that, I'm going to end this lesson off and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekakodash, Shalom, and Abba Babal.